Let me know if you die, and I'll just turn this into a corpse frisk. Decomposition suits you.
Dus gewoon de story missie. Huh? Kan ik nog niet.
No!
Ha! I shoved her ass in a hard drive and ejected the bitch. Pick her up, Vault Hunter.
Screw you! I'll kill you all!
Ha ha! Sucks to suck, Genevieve. Okay, everyone, I'm turning off the lockdown and getting your shit back.
Vault Hunter, I think I have a good use for that combat AI.
Alright, now go put her in something where she can't screw up anything. Like a toilet. Or a broken toilet.
Aha! I know just the one.
Now that we are past that nonsense, bring the key fragment to me.
Guns! What more could you want? Don't spend it all in one place, except right here. Tell your friends and your enemies. Check back later for
This bores me, as most things do. Thank you. Our incarceration was not without fruit. We may have a plan to open the vault without giving the Calypsos what they want again. Now that we know they're after the power of the vault monster itself, we can hurt them. Tanis is looking into a way for you to destroy the monster before Tyreen can take its power. You saved the ship, again. Thanks, Killer.
Hey, that was all me. I mean, I know that you thank me, though, but yeah, it was all me. I'm gonna stick around. The ship is tight.
So Sanctuary has a voice now. Sure, why not? I can roll with it. Oh, I heard from Clay. He's got a lead on the next fragment. Go meet up with him. You found my citizen science machine. I created it to prove myself the smartest organism in the 6 galaxies, in hopes that that title would diminish the existential terror and self-hatred that plagues my every waking moment. It did not. Feel free to plug it back in and take a shot at the champ, as it were.
Hey folks, this is Mayim Bialik, actor, PhD scientist, researcher, and your favorite person. Today, I'm here to talk to you about video games and science, and how we can grab both by their necks and make them kiss, consensually. Long story short, by playing Borderlands 3, you can contribute to real-world scientific research, as in data that helps real people in meat space. Speaking of meat, did you know that more than half the cells in our bodies are alien? Only 43% of our cells are of human origin. The rest belong to foreign microbes. These microbes have a massive impact on our body's health. The more we study microbes, the more we can learn about the accumulation of meat and existential terror that is the human body. These microbes are made up of DNA, just like us. Each microbe has its own special DNA signature, and similar species of microbes have similar DNA. If we could sequence all the different species of microbes found in the human body, which, remember, make up more than half of the cells in our body, we'd learn a ton about ourselves. To that end, the Microsetta Initiative collected tens of thousands of samples of, to use the scientific term, doo-doo. Extracted the DNA of the microbes inside and sequenced it. Now we just need to organize this data. Unfortunately, though computers excel at certain tasks like crunching numbers or tracking down specific pornography, they're not so good at organizing DNA information. See, different species of microbes have similar but not quite identical DNA. That means mapping their sequences can be kind of ambiguous. The computer makes lots of small mistakes that can corrupt downstream analysis. Which brings us back to video games! So, we've got several million sequences that are each 150 nucleotides long that are riddled with small errors from the computer analysis. How can we get rid of all these errors? With your help! We've taken the millions of DNA sequences and broken them down into bite-sized puzzles that you can play and solve inside Borderlands 3. And try not to think about the fact that the DNA came from human excrement when I use phrases like bite-sized. By playing Borderlands Science inside Borderlands 3, you'll be directly helping our scientists organize and compare this dung data. The game is simple. You'll be confronted with different strands of DNA, each made up of individual tiles. It's your job to place as many of these tiles as possible in their appropriate row while matching the colors. It's not always possible to line everything up perfectly, but that's okay. By playing the game and matching the sequences, you'll also be identifying the errors in our computer analysis and helping scientists across the planet build a better algorithm for the future. And since all this research is open access, the entire scientific community will benefit from it. This research could directly lead to a universal catalog of all known microbes, which could lead to new breakthroughs in food, medicine, exercise. The sky's the limit. And it all starts with you playing a video game. But if the pursuit of knowledge isn't enough of an encouragement to sort through virtual butt microbes, then fear not. Playing Borderlands Science earns you in-game currency you can spend on booster items for your characters. Oh, and this is all totally free. Just activate the Borderlands Science machine on Sanctuary 3 and sort some gut microbes.
Okay.
Greetings, Vault Hunter! Are you ready to match colored dots to other colored dots? Let me show you how this works. So these colored tiles represent the building blocks of DNA, or to simplify, the tiny meat cubes that big meat people are made out of. So if it helps, just imagine those blocks as small multicolored hunks of steak.
It does not.
Your goal is to align them with the guidelines on the left. You could push the tiles upward by inserting tokens. Now shove those beautiful meat babies! Great job! That's what we call a meat train.
In an effort to quantitatively prove my intellectual superiority, I installed a scoring system into this machine. Et voila!
If you want to prove you're brainier than Dr. Tannis, make sure you fill that score bar up as much as you possibly can before submitting your score.
Not entirely unimpressive. You've still got quite a ways to go to beat my top score, however.
as you want, but now, the real challenge begins. See these tokens? These are your reserve tokens. You need to think really hard about where to put them. Great! You've hit the bare minimum score required to submit your solution. You could keep working to fill more of the bar and increase your score, though. Not that I'd recommend it. Like I always say, the... Wait. 2 lines? What is happening? Just know that you can get points for tiles of either of the 2 colors. As you can see, it's literally impossible to get every single tile to line up. Just do the best you can. All right, Vault Hunter, if you can solve this puzzle, you'll have officially beaten my high score. So, maybe just turn the game off and walk away forever. This is all I have.
Die minigame.
Congratulations! By beating my score, you've invalidated the
Dat is wel
only
grappig, hè.
achievement of my otherwise accolade-free
Zo'n
life.
spelletje.
Please feel free to celebrate while I jettison myself into the nearest sun.
You're the kind of person who guzzles protein powder and reads the nutritional facts.
Lachen.
Talk. How is about this weather we're having? Please don't respond. I truly don't care. If you ever wish to get good and return to this cabinet in an effort to beat my top score, please feel free.
Ja, ik krijg ook nog $6.400 zoveel dollar van.
Alex is interesting company. We can't get rid of him.
Verder naar beneden.
I don't know about a falcon.
Recruit,
Phalanx
help me
got
find my
special
special little
command
guy.
parts there.
I found a new best friend. I named him
Kevin.
Kevin. Now I don't need any of you chumps to be my friend
He's late.
anymore. But also he's gone missing. Don't worry though, he almost never eats faces anymore. That must be Kevin. Let's go.
What the hell is that greasy little sunbitch?
That's Kevin, my best friend. Kevin, Samantha, Claptrap, you get back here this instant.
It's a disgusting monster is what it is, and fast too.
Vault Hunter, you need to use a cryo weapon.
Laat
to
die nou uit
slow
hebben.
down. Now that you've got a cryo weapon, freeze Kevin in place and snatch him up.
Vault Hunter, these Kevin creatures must be destroyed. They're reproducing at an alarming rate.
Kevin's a papa? I'm a grandpapa? Oh, I've never been happier!
Yes, well, as I was saying, the Kevins must be captured and dumped into space.
What? No! 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 I'll get you for the tennis!
These creatures are important to Claptrap for some reason, but this is an infestation, and they must be disposed of.
I guess now we know who the real monster is. It's you, Tennis!
Whatever you say, Claptrap.
Damn you, Tennis! Damn you!
These aren't even your Kevin, Claptrap. They're his offspring.
I don't care. All Kevins are beautiful and perfect, and I'm going to save them.
Then we'll have to dispose of them, too.
Damn, spoiled it.
You know the drill. Please collect that Kevin. Good catch. Claptrap, if these Kevins continue reproducing, we'll be more Kevin than crew within a week.
Good. Kevins are better than humans anyway.
Excellent work. Now grab it. Good work, Vault Hunter. My readings indicate that you have now captured all Kevins on board. To ensure their total destruction, they must be expelled into the merciless vacuum of space.
I like your enthusiasm, Beast.
Good night, my sweet wriggly princess.
Claptrap, next time you feel like bringing an unknown organism on board, don't. If it happens again, you're going into the airlock with them.
Yes, ma'am.
The ship is safer and far less disgusting thanks to you, Vault Hunter. Well done.
Why am I sticky? I hate being sticky.
Greetings! I am a VR0N1CA telecommunications bot, but you can just call me Veronica.
Wait, your core is from a V-class telecommunications bot? I thought your model was discontinued by Hyperion after the runaway success of Echo 1. That means you're the last of your kind. Like me.
Nice to meet you too!
Recruit, you've got to find more parts for Veronica. She's special, and by special I mean there's no one else like her, and she deserves the best salvage we can pry off cold dead Claptrap unit's hands.
Damn straight!
My favorite customer.